Today we are looking at the Thinborne case for the Z Fold 7. This is actually a two-piece aramid fiber 600D case. The 600Ds are a little bit more tightly woven than the 1500s. So a little bit smoother. Feels nice. Well, let's go ahead and see if this case is worth using. Now, like I said, it is a two-piece case. It does not have any hinge protection, but it does have a front and back piece. It comes with an excessive amount of stickers. Bunch on the inside, on that piece, bunch on the inside here. The back piece does stay on pretty well with no stickers. That's not bad. The front piece, though, I don't think that's going to stay on unless you use the stickers. I'm not going to put mine on right this moment because I'm not done testing things. But this that front piece is definitely not going to stay on without the stickers. This case feels nice. It looks cool. It's got that tight 600D look. It does have cutouts for the buttons, and you can see there how slim the case is. It's less than, what? It's like 0.04 inches. It is not adding barely anything to the form factor. It weighs less than an ounce, like 23 or 22 grams, something like that. 216, 23 grams. So, oh, the Z Fold 7 weighs 216, in case you didn't know. Didn't feel like taking out the case because it does feel nice. It's got that bezel. That is one of the main protective things that aramid fiber cases add to the Z Fold 7, especially as protection for the camera. That big old protruding camera needs some protection, and the aramid fiber cases do that. Other than that, aramid fiber cases don't really protect against much else besides scratching and maybe everyday bumps, but not like an actual drop. I'm not going to take this and throw it across the room like you'll see me do with, say, a rock form or something to that effect. This case does have MagSafe. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Oops, that's not plugged in. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if it charges correctly. Hour 47, hour 12. Okay, so there we go. That is the Qi 2 charging. When you see fast charging with one number and then see it change to a second number still saying fast charging, that means it is doing the Qi 2. I don't know why it's not just called something else like super fast wireless charging or something to that effect. Decently strong magnet. 13, 15.1, looks like about 15 newtons to pull it off. So that is a little bit above average on the magnet strength on the Thinborne case. So that's nice. So we got the Qi 2 charging, we're getting the strong magnet strength. There's only one other MagSafe thing that we really like to test here, and that's whether or not it works with the larger MagSafe items, and the answer is no. But that is a very common factor in all MagSafe cases. For the Z Fold 7 is they generally do not accommodate for larger power banks or your wallets, which is unfortunate. Oh, wait. All right, this one, the bezel is small enough that the wallet does fit, even if the power bank does not. So that is interesting. The first aramid fiber case I've seen accommodate the wallet in the correct way. And that's probably partially because of how strong the magnet is. So nice to see. All those are aligned nice and well. It's got the cutout for the buttons there. Absolutely no interference. It does have individual cutouts for the top and bottom here. So I'm now in the habit, ever since AI case, when something might not charge correctly, I like to make sure that I can plug it in. And of course I can, because this isn't the AI case. Good Lord. If you haven't seen that review, spoilers. As you well know, if you've seen any of my other reviews, I enjoy to play games on my phone. And as you can see there, blue means it's getting the power. I like to use the USB style controllers because otherwise I would forget to charge them. And since the Z Fold 7 folds this way, I like to have it where the USB plugs in on this side, so it folds up. This is a good case. Purple room seal of approval. It's As far as aramid fiber cases go, it is sleek, it feels nice, it looks nice, does not have any hinge protection, but you know that going into it, and that is also, you know, a design choice to help it keep its extraordinarily thin form factor. But it is keeping not only your front part from getting scratched by raising it up off of flat surfaces, it's keeping your back part from getting scratched too, because that's what aramid fiber is for. I'm impressed, and I'm not often impressed by aramid fiber cases. So kudos to you, Thinborne. This is the Purple Room. I am Steve, and I hope you enjoyed this review. If so, please do let the algorithm know by doing exactly what you think, which is liking and subscribing. And if you want to know exactly when my next video comes out, hit the bell and get notified. I do have more aramid fiber reviews on the way, and that is going to culminate in a best list or a top list, or just kind of ranking them for the Z Fold 7. And if I am done with that video, it is here. And if not, that is some other video, but you can still subscribe by hitting here. Video, subscribe. Steve, Purple Room, appreciate you. See you in the next one.